Alright everybody, Stevie Boys here. This is all headache material. This is the paperwork you've got to do for the visa. There's got to be 4 copies. One copy there has got to be all the original documents. Then you can have 3 copies. But the application form, that's all got to be filled out, and it's both sides. Real headache material, and I'm not joking. I made mistakes on the application forms, but fortunately I'd some spare. But anyway, it's the big day tomorrow. Going to immigration in Naga to hand it all in. So, fingers crossed. I've just handed in the application forms and all the documents to the immigration office, which is just down that corridor there behind me. They seem pretty confident that I should be okay, but you never know. To come back here on the 14th of August, I've got an appointment for an interview. It's just the procedure again. So, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, let's hope I'm lucky this time and keep that visa. Hi everybody. Right, it was a very interesting day yesterday at immigration, handing all the documents in. Fingers crossed about all that. The immigration officer, he seems to think that I'll get the visa. He says, I just can't see there being a problem, really. He said if it was up to him, then yes, but obviously it has to go in front of a board of governors. I suppose that's what you call it, or commissioners or whatever, I don't know, back in Manila. Anyway, they sit and look at all these requests, and he did say the only thing you can see against it, well, nothing against the application, but if they don't have my file on the table and they read the file, he says if they just make a decision without reading everything, he says that won't be good. He says, but don't worry about that, because we appeal again. So this guy's on my side. He's really good. Really, they should read the file, shouldn't they? Let's be honest with you. They should read the files. And one other thing, he was very impressed with the letter of support for me to keep my visa from the Vice Governor of Cameroon, Sir Bicol. They were really impressed about that, and he asked me quite a few questions about how do I know him and things like that. So he said that is a really good thing. He said if they read that supporting letter, he says there's not going to be any problems. Tick, you qualify. So fingers crossed anyway. I don't know until I actually get that stamp on my passport that says I've got it, and I get me ACR card that says I've got it, then I believe it. Until then, I don't believe anything. Not at all. Oh dear. Anyway, so like I say, all that's done. You've still got to pay your money. So you're paying for something that you don't know if you're going to get, basically. You pay for 12 months. So I paid the 10,000. If I don't get the visa, I hope I get I hope I get the money refunded. Anyway, and then I got a message from immigration. There's still another form to fill in, which is for the ACR card, the change of, because on my ACR card now, the probationary 12 months visa, it does say that I'm married. So that's got to be changed to saying I'm a widow, and pay some more money, 2,200, I think, something like that. I think about 2,200, 2,050, I don't know, can't remember. But the only problem with that, when I was messaging yesterday, is that I've got to have an original death certificate. Well, to get another original death certificate, I need to go online, book an appointment, then go through to the offices in Naga. You're waiting for about 3 hours, and then you get the death certificate. And I explained to him, I said, well, what's going to happen? Because I'm sorry, I've got an interview on Monday as well at immigration, and they told me I could fill the forms in then and hand them all over. But you can't get a appointment for the death certificate. You know, you might be talking 2 weeks' time. So I tried explaining that to them, and they said, right, let's see if they'll accept a copy, and we'll get back to you and let you know. I said, well, I do have a copy, if that's okay. I said, maybe the other way around it is, you've got an original on my forms yesterday that I handed in, because I had to hand 4 lots of paperwork in. One is all original documents and the other's a photocopy. So I did say maybe you could take out the original death certificate, add it into the one for the ACR card, and put a copy into your files there. I don't know. I'm just trying to save time, basically. So yeah, and the appointment. I've got the appointment on Monday, and somebody's got to go with me. One of the, he called it a sponsor. It's not a sponsor. It's basically somebody who's given me a supporting letter, which, i.e. the Vice Governor. Well, he did say, he said, we understand the Vice Governors will be really busy, so, but if you can appoint somebody on his behalf to come and speak to us and sign the document, that will be fine. So I called in the officers on my way back and spoke with the Chief Executive, and he said he will come with me next Monday and he'll speak on behalf of the Vice Governor. So that's the situation, basically. On Monday I have the interview, It's just a normal procedure, what you've got to do. Then they send the documents to Manila with a forwarding letter, either supporting or rejecting me, but I know it's going to be a supporting letter, because they've already told me that. And then I'm in their hands in Manila until they make a decision. I should know September time. I don't know when in September, but I will know sometime in September what the decision is. And like I say, fingers crossed, everything else crossed. I hope the decision is yes, you've got the visa, Steve. It'll just make life a hell of a lot easier. And if I don't get the visa, then I will be returning back to England in December. I won't have any intentions of coming back here to the Philippines. I mentioned this before because I'm not a tourist. I don't see why I should be a tourist again. You know, no, I don't want to be a tourist again. But if I get the visa, then I will leave here in February. I'll go back to England in February, and have maybe 4 or 5 months back in England. But then that's knowing that I can travel back to the Philippines easily, no problems at all, if I've got the visa. And the one thing is as well, I get a return ticket, don't I, from here? Get a return ticket back to England, then come back after 4 or 5 months, whatever. But if I don't have the visa and I do come back, which I don't want, I'm saying I'm not going to come back, but sometimes you might have to do. Then I probably just come for the what? You get 59 days now. They've altered it. We used to get 30 days on the British passport, but the next 29 days has been added, so you get 59 days and then return back to England. I don't know anyway. That's sometime in the future. The main thing is, like I say, I want the visa. I'm praying I get it. Anyway, that's the situation, and I know I'm not very active doing any blogs or anything, but I've just got all this on my mind. I just get the visa sorted, get it sorted. That's the main thing. So wish me luck, everybody. Keep your fingers crossed for me. Please make a comment. Do I deserve the visa or do I not? I don't know. Some people may think I don't deserve it. But I know I do. I tell you what, it's hot here in the Philippines. It is really, really hot. I mean, I've got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ice cubes in this glass of Coke, and they've just melted. They've just melted straight away. It's really hot. Cheers anyway, thanks everybody. Take care. Remember what I always say, well, keep smiling. Got to smile, haven't we? We've got to get on with life, and we've all got to be happy. There's always somebody in the world that's in a worse position than what we are. talk to you later. I'll keep you all informed. And if we get the visa, you're all invited to one big party in my home here in the Philippines. Everybody can come.
Cheers.